Well, we are broadcasting live from the brand new Scarlet Highway store. It's a boutique store that is just opening for business today inside Nebraska Crossing, and we're going to bring on Taylor Krychek. She is the manager of the new store. Good morning, Taylor.
Good morning.
You might have that a little closer. There you go. So this store is amazing. When I look around, I see some apparel items, but I also see gifts. I also see decorations, if we can use that term. I see a lot of things. It's the type of place where if a person wanted to shop for his or her mother the day before Mother's Day, this might be a good destination.
Sister too.
Yes, definitely the perfect spot for that. We're about 40% clothing and 60% giftable items. So we have everything you could imagine for any type of gift you need. It's a one-stop shop, definitely.
Now, Taylor, this is kind of exciting for you because you're just finishing up your undergraduate degree here and coming right into launching the store alongside Rod and Johanna. And this has got to be kind of exciting for you, given what you studied, to be on the ground floor of what could possibly be a store that is in many locations.
She's getting her master's at this store.
Yes, it is very exciting. I'm very thankful to have this opportunity and be able to experience everything that I already have experienced in the short time that I've worked here, helping getting the store open and working with buying and learning about all this new product and all the amazing things.
And the hours are probably the same as most stores here in the center.
Yeah, we're open 10 to 8 Monday through Saturday, and then Sundays are 11 to 6.
Trenton and I were fortunate enough to be here for a pre-grand opening party last night, and you guys had a bunch of guests here. And I tell you, you had a lot of people going in the back trying things on, and I know we walked out with a bag full of purchases. I think the eclectic nature of it will really cause it to be popular with people for a long, long time.
Yeah, it's a very unique store. There's certainly nothing like this boutique in Omaha or anywhere in Nebraska. I've never seen anything like it before. It's an amazing concept, and I think everybody's going to love it.
Taylor, let's go over to Johanna right there. Johanna, you played the key role in merchandising this place. It's a new creation. Unlike most of the other retailers that you have here in Nebraska Crossing, you do a deal with a national brand that already exists. You guys created this. How the hell do you go about merchandising a store for the first time that doesn't exist?
It's really a lot of fun and a lot of work. I don't think people would realize how hard it is to find unique products that you really want to highlight, unique businesses like Rod was saying. Lots of them are local. If they're not local, they're just a one-off mom and pop, but everything is professionally done. So you're talking about artisans. You know, these people really love their craft. Soy candles with no dyes, plastics, etc. Things that burn cleanly, everything about sustainability, green companies. Our denim has no dyes or harsh chemicals, made in LA, you know. So we're really supporting, honestly, the United States and all of these small business owners, and to merchandise it's really a lot of fun. If you had a lot of work, you know, a lot of free time, this is totally in my wheelhouse. I grew up in the fashion industry in New York City, and I just love this. But, you know, we wanted to create this concept that you don't really need anything. Maybe you're walking into a store and you don't really need anything, but you're going to find 5 different things. Oh, this is perfect for my sister, or this is my best friend. You know, we have yoga, really unique yoga gear, etc., from a company that makes their yoga gear out of 85% water bottles, recycled water bottles. So.
Well, there's great gifts here, but I realized when I was in here that you could actually buy stuff and use it yourself too. So
you can, absolutely.
Okay. There's no limitation on that, people.
Absolutely.
Rod, we wanted to talk to you a little bit about the future. I mean, you guys created Scarlet Highway not with the intention of having just this store here.
No, it's and we got an interesting call last night after the festivities last night, where Johanna's done in a very quick period of time developed some really good relationships with these artisans. So the CEO of Woven called me last night on my way home and said, "Hey, the people in our company love Johanna, and we'd love to discuss with you guys opening more stores together and creating a partnership." And she invited us to come out to LA and spend some time with her. So, you know, it's a unique opportunity. I think there's unbelievable opportunities around the country. I think every landlord in North America is looking for new retail concepts for their malls, and I think it's going to be a really unique opportunity. maybe this becomes the next Lululemon type concept, all here in Gretna, Nebraska, which would be really cool. But we're off to a good start. It's been well received by the community, and I think it's going to be a neat fit for the center.
And if I could just add on one thing, the uniqueness about this is the product is going to change weekly. So we're constantly getting in shipments. We buy 6 to 10 pieces of each product, 1 or 2 runs of, the garments that we carry. So when you come in, if you see it, you need to buy it, because the next time you come in, it's probably not going to be here.
Yeah, it's not just the same stuff over and over again.
Exactly.
Yeah. Rod Yates was kind enough to invite the mayor of Gretna with us, Mike Evans. Mike, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good morning. I really appreciate the invite, Rod, and also everything you guys do for the metro area with the commercial real estate and letting us know what's going on.
Well, thank you. Trenton and I love Gretna, and we talk about Gretna a lot because you have so much happening here. It seems like every week we mention some new business or project in your area, Mike.
Yeah, it's been, growth has been fantastic. I think just at our planning commission last week or 2 weeks ago, we had 3 residential developments come up and 1 industrial. So, the important thing is to keep it a community while we have the growth, but the growth is certainly coming.
Your administration just started in December, and
Yeah.
your campaign was during an unprecedented pandemic.
Yeah, it's really good to kind of be on the backside of that, because it was a unique experience, and it just feels good to see commerce coming back and things picking up.
This has got to be one of the fastest growing cities in the state of Nebraska. I mean, with everything happening in Gretna.
It really is. I don't know the exact numbers, but our corridors are seeing a lot of pressure from the south on the highway and from 370, and now even to the north, we're starting to see that push down from Omaha. So a lot of exciting opportunities here. When
I was talking to you last night at the pre-opening, you were saying that a moderate, a reasonable annexation for Gretna could theoretically double the population because you have so much adjacent developed area now.
Yeah, our school district has been, well known for its education, and so the community is about, say 5,000 or 6,000 people, but our school district's 30,000. So all these houses are filling in around the area, and there's a couple of plans that have been out there, and we're looking forward to just kind of seeing the community build out.
Now, when Gretna someday develops the entire amount of land in Sarpy County that is reserved or earmarked for it, we're probably talking about a city that could be, 50,000 people or something like that?
Yes, that's the number I hear, and that you guys are well aware. Sarpy County, the big thing is infrastructure, whether it's sewers or streets. That's you have to do it smart. So I think but eventually it will be here.
Yeah, I believe about 40% of Sarpy County, because it needs to be sewerable, hasn't been developed yet. So you can imagine how big Sarpy will get.
Yeah, in fact, I also want to ask you another question, Mayor. Nebraska Crossing is a huge presence in your city, in your area, but there's a lot of land around it that is yet to be developed. What does the city have as a vision for working with Nebraska Crossing or around Nebraska Crossing so that this could be a catalyst for more development in this area?
Well, they've been, Rod and Johanna and the Nebraska Crossing, been a great partner for Gretna and even the state. I mean, we pull, I'm not sure the traffic count on I-80, but a lot of people get off this interchange, and it creates a lot of revenue. And, not only do we work with it, but people around the area are well aware of what they do. So we have people approach us about this interchange and area because of Nebraska Crossing, not even us going out to market it. So they do they've identified this. I mean, they are this corner.
Okay, well, Rod, I want to ask you, while we still have a few moments in this segment, let's talk about some of the new retailers in addition to Scarlet Highway that are coming to the center.
Yeah, a little context for that. COVID was tough on every shopping center in North America. We lost 15, 16 tenants, mainly due to bankruptcies where they weren't just closing Nebraska, they were closing their whole portfolio. And so one of the things that Johanna and I worked on last year about this time is we're going to have a re-merchandising strategy. And so we've identified 20 brands that we want to bring into the center. 2 of them are expansion tenants, and 18 are new-to-market brands we're bringing in. So we've got pretty much every space working with a new tenant. Some of them I can talk about today, and some of them you guys are going to be really fired up about when I get them signed. But people like Reebok has long wanted to be in the center. They're going to do one store in North America this year. It's going to be at Nebraska Crossing. They're going to do that because they're owned by Adidas, and Adidas has got a highly successful store here, draws a big footprint, and they saw a real opportunity to build that brand here. Echo's another new-to-market brand we're bringing in. And a brand that I shouldn't talk about, but I'll mention, is Estee Lauder. They're going to build a store here. And what's unique about Estee Lauder is they own a big conglomerate of brands, but you're going to be able to buy your Bobbi Brown, your MAC, your Tom Ford cosmetics here. You're not going to be able to buy those anywhere else in the state. So it's going to be a neat add to the center. All the top restaurants in Omaha are now looking seriously at us, at building us. I think they see our vision and our future and where this project's headed for the long run. So we've got some really new good restaurant announcements coming up as well. But we're going to keep growing. We've got really good industry relationships. I know we're going to talk about just data, but the whole key, I think, in the future of retail is looking culturally how you run a shopping center. That has to change. The old days of I build a store, I collect rent, and I just go home at night are long, long gone. Those days are over, and if you don't reinvent yourself, I don't think your future is very good for retail. So we got a lot of good things we can talk about in the next segment, but we're going to have 18 new brands, 2 expansions this year. The mayor's a great partner, all the way from Sally McGuire to Jim Timmerman to now Mayor Evans. I mean, I got a dream lineup of people to work with here, and they help me every step of the way. It's phenomenal.
One thing we haven't talked about yet is the Fast Cash app, and there's a special announcement for this new store, Scarlet Highway.
Yeah, what my thought was in working with Taylor and Johanna is part of what you have to do to succeed in retail today is you have to build a community. You know, those old direct-to-consumer models, I think those are gone now. I think what we look at it differently is you have to build a community around the brand, around the shopping center. So we're going to do 30% cash back through Labor Day. And we're going to give our shoppers a huge incentive to come and experience this brand, understand the brand, and then really motivate them with cash back. Because once you get into our cash back ecosystem, we learn a lot about you, and we can really treat you like a very, very special customer, and that's what it's all about in running retail today.
And if you want that fast cash, all you have to do is go on your phone, hit your Nebraska Crossing app, and when you're on there, you can find the fast cash at the bottom. Sign up for it. You put your credit card information on there, and then as soon as it's live, you always use that credit card. When you're buying things at any of the retailers here, you always get 15% cash back, but 30% here at Scarlet Highway for this summer, so that's pretty cool. And this is the lightning round brought to you by Turner Construction. Hey, you know Turner, they're that big company that has come to Omaha and decided to act like a small company here in our marketplace because they really care about the community and they want to do projects of all different sizes all over town. Locally, they're famous for doing the Sarpy County Data Center. You may have heard of it. You may have driven by it on Highway 50.
Still going.
It's still going. It will be for a long time. But they're doing projects all over town, and they have this cool local office in the Mastercraft building, North Downtown, Millwork Commons area. And as we always say, if you are in the trades and you want a good place to work, you will not do any better than Turner Construction. So go ahead and check them out. They are building for the future. A couple quick things really fast. New restaurants coming to La Vista City Center. Franco's Fresh Mexican, the Dak Shack, which is kind of lobster rolls and island drinks, and Lincoln's Pub, an additional location of the bar in downtown Council Bluffs. Won't open until 2022, but those will be on 84th Street between Giles and Harrison. Alamo Drafthouse Cinema locations in Omaha, both at Southport and Midtown Crossing, will open in June. A 9-story building is planned for Midtown in the Blackstone area. It'll be immediately west of the Kempton Cottonwood Hotel, bordered by 37th, 38th, Farnham, and Harney Streets. It's a $44 million project, 161 apartments, 20,000 square feet of ground-level retail. And finally, Habitat for Humanity and the City of Omaha are teaming up to develop the old troubled Wintergreen apartment site that has been vacant for many years now at 51st and Sorensen Parkway. 88 single-family houses are planned. Construction will begin in 2023. Well, we are live at the brand-new Scarlet Highway Boutique store here in Nebraska Crossing, Interstate 80, Highway 31 in Gretna. It opens for the first time today at 10 o'clock, which is only 10 minutes for now. So get in the car, listen to Grow Omaha on the way out here, and you're going to love all of the amazing things that are at Scarlet Highway. But I want to bring on Rod Yates, who is not only founder of Nebraska Crossing, but also someone who has founded a high-tech, fintech, e-commerce type business called Just Data. And Rod, we talk about the Fast Cash app at Nebraska Crossing. That's a Just Data product.
It is, and not many people know about this because we don't talk about it a lot, but really the whole purpose, the strategy of Nebraska Crossing was to create a data analytics company masquerading as a shopping center. So the consumer who comes in here, they just get treated great. But what we're trying to really figure out for our retail brands in the center is who are your core customers in the trade area. We want to be really, really good at customer acquisition and retention. And so what we did with Fast Cash, it's really a great way to reward our customers in the trade area, for us to learn a lot about them in the trade area and really communicate with our brands better so our stores can be more and more profitable. We not only drive them offline into Nebraska Crossing, but we drive them to our retailers' online channels as well, because we look at this as one big omni-channel, and it's really, really important that our brands get access to the customer at all levels. And so that was really the genesis of Just Data, is to really reinvent how you run a shopping center. Our view is a big cultural change. We're getting lots of attention with it now. But our view is the shopping center should be run like an ecosystem. And there's the retailers in the ecosystem, there's the landlord, and then there's the customers. And they all work together really, really well. And since we've launched this, now more and more we're seeing applications that we hadn't thought about originally. Johanna and I hadn't. And now we're seeing other type uses, commercial uses around the country. We had a long call with a professional sports team yesterday in the Major League Baseball about how they could use Just Data in their ecosystem. Again, most people don't run ecosystems, but we've gotten really, really good at it. And a really big win for me I'd love to see Husker Athletics become an ecosystem and reward the sponsors, the fan base, the season ticket holders, and then obviously the university. So they're complicated, they're hard. You got to build a lot of tech to make them work. And we perfected all that with a couple really stellar fintech partners that have helped us make all this happen.
So what you're saying is that this program that has allowed the Fast Cash back, the amazing fintech ecosystem that's here at Nebraska Crossing, is scalable all over the place, and that this business could be a major player based here in Gretna, Nebraska.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just use an example as an apartment complex. So let's talk about Broadmoor. I think they're the big residential landlord, well-run company, phenomenal product. But if they had 20,000 units, we could easily create them an ecosystem where the renters in their apartments could get access to gym workouts, gym memberships, to restaurants, dry cleaners, all these kind of things that all play into the ecosystem, and everybody wins. So if you rent in Broadmoor as an example again, I haven't talked to the Broadmoor folks yet, but I will. But if you create an ecosystem, they can really set themselves apart from all the other apartment complexes in the community by creating all these cashback benefits. So if you shop at this gym, the renters in Broadmoor get cashback, or this restaurant and all this. So it's got unique applications, but it's really, really valuable for all the participants. I've never worked on a product in my life where everybody wins as much as everybody in the ecosystem. So it's got a lot of applications, a lot of opportunity. Again, we're going to do it here in Gretna, Nebraska. We're going to hire a bunch of people to come and work on this with us. There'll be $150,000 a year jobs. And my commitment to the community is to build big businesses around this ecosystem called Nebraska Crossing.
And the backbone's already set up, and is it justdata.com or?
Yeah, it's through Just Data.
Is that the website, justdata.com?
Yep. And so what we would do, Trenton, the best way for us to do it, if somebody has an existing app, like Huskers have a great app, is we'd just plug in a software development kit right into their app that would allow us to execute all the things we're doing here at the shopping center level, and we could do in an athletic program as well.
Well, it's very exciting, and we're going to keep in touch with you about that, Rod, as Just Data grows and starts working with some of these pro sports teams and unique businesses and other retail places around the world. But it's a very exciting other example of a fintech company starting here in the metro area and making a worldwide impact.
Yeah, huge opportunity.
Rod, thanks so much for having us. It's always an honor to be here.
Yes, thank you, Jeff and Trenton. Love having you in Nebraska Crossing.
Thank you. Mayor Mike Evans, it was great to talk with you today. Congratulations with everything you have going on in the city.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate everything you do.
Johanna, we always love spending time with you. You're doing amazing work here.
Thank you.
And Taylor, congrats on the new job. You're launching this boutique, and we're excited to see how it all plays out and grows.
Thank you so much.
And that's it for this week. Make sure you get down here to Nebraska Crossing. This brand new boutique retail store opens in 5 minutes. And you can get gifts for Mother's Day. In fact, I will... Wait a minute. I better not say anything because my mom might be listening.
Always.
But I'm planning on leaving here with a gift for you, Mom. And maybe you might end up doing the same thing, too.
Now I don't have a choice, but I was already planning on it.
No, I'm sure you already got your mom something.
Sure.
Okay. Well, that's it for this week. I'm Jeff Beals.
And I'm Trenton Maggot.
You've been listening to Grow Omaha, brought to you by NAI, NP Dodge, Commercial Real Estate, and D&M Roofing. Of course, the lightning round brought to you by Turner Construction. If you like this video, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And remember, Grow Omaha is not just media. This is a mission. We are trying to build up Omaha and make it an even better place. We can only do that with your help. Share this video with your friends, neighbors, and family.